Biden says his hours-long meeting with Vladimir Putin was positive.
Here to discuss, Florida Congressman Brian Mast. Congressman, do you agree?
Yeah, I don't think it was positive for the United States of America and NATO nations. You know, when he says there was no hostilities, maybe there should have been hostilities. When you consider we've just been hacked by Russia, they're going to present this list of targets that are, quote, off limits. Well, that's not the same as what used to be U.S. nuclear policy. We used to have what they called a ladder of escalation. It was a bunch of if-then statements, right? If Russia does this, then the U.S. will respond in this way. If this, then that. It wasn't that. It was, here's this list of really vulnerable things. Please don't hit those because that will really hurt. That's not U.S. strength.
You know, Putin placed blame on the U.S. for the cyber attacks. And look, this was part of the risk in holding separate press conferences. So what now?
Yeah, well, I think this is the ability that he presented Russia, was to go out there and have the narrative and be able to create it. The fact of the matter is the United States of America has a greater cyber capability than everybody else out there. That's a fact for us. But what we're treating this as right now, and this is the apologetics of the Biden administration, a continuation of the Obama administration, is that we treat ourselves like we're just a NATO country, not the hedge of protection that all other NATO countries rely upon. And we're going to go out there and speak about how strong we're going to be to protect that, whether it's with cyber, whether it's with anything else. And that's what Biden failed to do, to go out there and present the U.S. as the hedge for all other NATO countries against Russia, and let Putin go out there and talk about how he's on some kind of equal footing with us, which he isn't.
So where does this White House go from here when it comes to Russia?
I think there's only one place to go, which is towards some kind of strength. I would take this away as something to be thankful of. At least he didn't show up with a red reset button like Hillary Clinton. But beyond that, I think we got nowhere to go but up.
Let me ask you this. Did President Biden win this, or did he not lose this?
I think it was just weakness. Win or lose, he allowed Putin to go out there and create his own narrative. He didn't create a narrative of American strength. He didn't create a narrative that Russia has hit us several places in this already, in the Biden administration already, and these are going to be the responses, and they're going to be harsh. It was, hey, here's a pass for what happened already, but if you do anything going forward, hey, we might look at this, but we're really not going to have a red line for that because we're not willing to be that strong on you. That's a weakness, and that's not what the United States of America is all about.
20 seconds left in the show. The argument for the caving on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline was, oh, it's going to help Europe. Europe's going to be happy. Is Europe waking up happy this morning with this meeting?
If you're a NATO country, you're sitting there wondering, where is that hedge of protection? What else are they going to allow Russia to do? What else are they going to appease Russia with by letting them create something else? So I don't think they're happy about this NATO alliance and seeing the direction that it's going.
Okay, great insight there from Congressman Brian Mast. Thank you for waking up early for us. We appreciate your time and your insight.
Wish you all the best.
And thank you for your service to our country.